Welcome back, everybody, to Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Last time, we defeated Iblis once and for all in Silver's story. So what are we doing today? We're now gonna figure out, not him, what Shadow was doing throughout the events of the story, as we are going to start episode Shadow. So let's get into it.
Transmission from HQ. There's an SOS coming from Dr. Eggman's base. Our last communication with our agent was 26 hours ago. We expect an immediate rescue. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Understood. Initiating the mission now. What is he up to this time?
So in Shadow's story, he starts off in White Acropolis. So how does he play? So he does still have the homing attack, but it's kind of interesting now, because he has a combo attack, where if you spam the jump button several times, this is probably the worst enemy to test it on, he will do a chain of attacks. As you see there. If you hold the action button, you will charge and throw a Chaos Sphere, which will instantly stun most enemies. And oh yeah, he also has a kick, a spin kick similar to Sonic, but it's different. As if you chain it, you can do a 3-type combo. And also, as you notice, that's a darker colored enemy at the very beginning of the stage. So I do believe that Shadow's stage is the hard mode, which would be fitting, as Team Dark's story in Sonic, they just committed suicide. They didn't want the job, they saw Shadow coming. But anyways, in Sonic Heroes, Team Dark was the hard mode. So it is still fitting. Now, there is an energy bar at the bottom, which is Shadow's main different, I don't know what the word is. It's a cool gameplay mechanic that Shadow has. I'll show it once there's a big horde of enemies.
There should be a switch somewhere.
So now we gotta look for a switch, which is gonna be up. I will say the homing attack is a little iffy with Shadow since he has this chain attack thing, so don't just be mashing the homing attack button expecting to chain. You have to delay your pressing. Oh. Let me show this off now. If you press R1, I don't have it yet. Okay. Pretend they didn't say anything. So, moving on. That was satisfying. all those heads just fell from the ceiling. That was funny.
We got out of the base, but security's really high. Let's see.
So, the captured agent that we have to rescue a Shadow is Rouge. She has a somewhat similar gameplay style to Knuckles, as she can glide and climb walls, but she has her own arsenal of weapons. If you press square, you throw a bomb. If you hold square, you release a chain of bombs. And the explosion doesn't kill the enemies, the impact of touching the bombs destroys them. Which is interesting. So now Rouge kind of works as almost as a combination between...
Press the square button to throw a bomb. Or press and hold the square button for a bomb snipe.
There's a combination between Knuckles and Tails. Yeah, what a great sniping position. I can clearly see my target. But yeah, she will go into a first-person mode. If the camera... Oh my... Yeah, I did not know it was that buggy. But here's one thing. If you're on the wall, you can press square and set a bomb. I want to set it in a way where you can actually see it. There, that heart-shaped bomb. It destroys walls. Now I can't get off the wall. Get off the wall. Is there something important up here? No. So one thing I want to address for Shadow is that his story kind of continues off the Shadow the Hedgehog game. Because, well, after the events of everything that happened in that game, whether it was a mess or not, okay. Can you, Bruce, get off the wall? Thank you. After all the events of the game, of that game and the Black Arms and everything, and Doom, Black Doom, I think his name was, after his defeat and everything, Shadow decided to just go work with the government. Shadow works for G.U.N now, which is interesting. Rouge has always been a part of G.U.N ever since her debut in Sonic Adventure 2. But it's interesting that now she has friends to recruit. Can you get off the wall, please? And just like all the other versions of what happened there, that was a weird bounce. Just like all the other versions of White Acropolis, if you get spotted by the searchlights, they will summon enemies, but it does not matter when you can just do this. Am I supposed to do something specifically? Is there something I'm missing? I really hope not. And you can see how that chain of bombs just destroys enemies. And these guys, the red grabby hands shoot lasers now. Okay, they don't get damaged by bombs when stunned. That's very odd. There's the switch.
Haha, Dr. Eggman is no match for Shadow. Why you?
I kind of wish I finished that. So the President of the United States, or wherever country this is, requested Shadow to rescue Rouge. And as you can see there, the buggy. So one gameplay mechanic that returning from Shadow the Hedgehog are vehicles. I don't have the best opinion on these. The idea is cool. That dude got tackled by the... Is this a Jeep or a buggy? I think they said buggy, right? Rouge is just gonna run along. I'm not gonna let her in the car. But now the only way to finish this level is to destroy all the spotlights. And in this level, you drive with your jump button, you fire with R1, and that's about it. Oh, how do you reverse? Oh, you reverse with square. I'm not gonna take that way. And as you can see, the red bar is the life bar of the vehicle itself.
The searchlight pillars are solid.
Thank you, Duke. Already heard that.
You need to destroy 5 searchlights to open the door to the outside.
As you saw there, these vehicles will take damage very easily. It will get frustrating in later levels because later levels will require the usage of these vehicles. And when they can take damage by just breathing on them, it makes it much more difficult. searchlights am I missing? There's the one up there. Okay, I think I just need to get up there. Look at the damage it took from just... You would think this would have the suspension to handle that. Also, the Sonic characters are like 3 to 4 feet tall. And this buggy seems specifically designed for Shadow.
Yes.
So are they getting custom-made vehicles that they can casually ride? The buggy! The buggy! It died. But anyways, that's White Acropolis. Let's see what our rank is.
Guess that was all right.
Well, streak couldn't last forever. We're back to getting B's. Oh, and now rings are somewhat an incentive now. Or yeah, there's now an incentive to do well on stages again, as Shadow also has optional upgrades that you will encounter later on in the story.
Don't you want to know what this is?
My assignment was to rescue you, nothing more.
Fine. With you, it's always business. It seems they don't want us to leave.
Let's get this over with. The doctor's guard dog. Still, I need to get through here.
So that cutscene was a bit misleading, as only common enemies came to confront Shadow, and now we're fighting Cerberus again, who does not care about his own allies. Okay, friendly fire, I guess.
Shadow, make him crash into something.
And Cerberus works the same way as Sonic's story, but also, I believe this fight... Oh, that's mean. You just baited me there. I believe this fight takes place before Sonic faces Cerberus. Okay, let me on the grind rail. Let me on the horn. I don't know if the color schemes are different, because if this has a... I think this one has a more red color scheme. Okay, now we gotta crash into a wall, or does the searchlight do it? No, searchlight will not do it. There we go. First hit. So I think you just need to do it 4 times? Come on, doggy. Again, I love this game's physics. Okay, I did not expect to lock onto that generic enemy. Okay, I still got on his horn. Straight into the wall.
Looks like that owner's gone. Now it's my turn.
Oh, great, come on. Come here, boy. Oh, he's getting ready to pounce again. Just like in Sonic's story, just get as far away from him as possible. You don't do that. I'm talking. He has his eye on you. He just watches you. Okay. Okay, this is why Shadow's little combat gameplay style is a little frustrating. Because he just does that pause. I want to get on the grind rail. Oh, he's gonna do it again. So you now I don't recommend running to the opposite side of the wall. Rouge, can you do something? Put a bomb on his ankle. Okay. Now we're a little bit closer. Oh, please. Please. Rouge, do something. Distract them. Seduce them. Something.
Do what I tell you.
Okay, looks like one more hit will do it. Come on. Why? 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 Let me on your tail. Did I just attack his nutsack? Well, he doesn't have one, so it's probably a girl. Okay, what was that? Wait. What? Okay, you can attack his head. It won't do damage. Or her head, rather. So you can attack her head. It won't do damage. So it's very odd. It looked like I stunned her for a bit, but I didn't. And now I ran her into a wall. I wonder if that's the same Egg Cerberus that we fight in Sonic's story. Maybe either Eggman repairs this one and then has it fight Sonic, or he just has two at their disposal. Maybe he has one male, one female, and we just killed the girl.
Need to stay focused.
Okay, I guess I was complaining too much about B's, and I was gonna give me C's.
Ah, Soliana, the city of water. It has a constitutional monarchy, you know. The primary industries are tourism and crafting precision machinery. The current sovereign is Princess Elise III.
Why does Eggman's base lead to an odd place like this?
How should I know? I just followed my orders and retrieved the item. Anyway, I have a little favor to ask of you. Could you escort me to the G.U.N. rendezvous point?
Where's the rendezvous point?
It's the ancient castle of Soliana. in Kingdom Valley.
Rouge, respond. I've prepared the means to go to Kingdom Valley. Go to the forest cave immediately.
Okay, well that secret room that I discovered, or that I showed off. Huh, interesting. That I showed off in both Sonic's and Silver stories is finally used in a cutscene. And I guess I answered my question of if Soliana medals are reused throughout the story's hub worlds, because there was one in Sonic's, one in this story, but there was none in Silver's, so I guess that answered it. And now we have to go to Kingdom Valley ourselves after we just went there with Silver. But I will say this for next time, but I'll just say one thing. So now we're in the new city hub world, and this is this town, or this is the hub world that has those crates that send you to space. One thing you cannot do that trick with Shadow, because I'll ignore that for a second. The problem is Shadow never gets a bounce upgrade, so you can't do the bounce on top of it. And also his spin kicks, they end automatically after 3 spins, so you can't do it as consistently as Sonic was doing it to go to space. I mean, the best thing you could probably do is just that. Okay? You can kind of get something, but you won't have as much fun as doing it with Sonic. But anyways, this part, we started Shadow's story. We were sent to Eggman's base in White Acropolis to rescue Rouge, who acquired a mysterious item. After we fought the guard dog, which we may have discovered was a potential female, and I don't know what relevance that has to the plot, we now have to rendezvous at Kingdom Valley. We have to escort Rouge to the rendezvous point in Kingdom Valley. That will be next time. So yeah, next time we'll go to Kingdom Valley, and as a bit of a teaser, I'm not gonna have fun. So see you guys then.